All right, well, I'm trying something new today. This is a game called Pixletter that was recommended to me, and it looks pretty interesting. So we're gonna start with the how to play here. So basically, this is kind of like Wordle in that you're guessing a 5-letter word and it's giving you clues, but the idea is it's gonna display as pixels, as you can kind of see in the example here, and blue will be if the letter is correct, so the whole letter will be blue. Otherwise, it's only gonna color the top row for our first guess, and then I think the top 2 rows for our second guess, and then 3 rows, etc. And a green pixel means that the letter in that spot has to contain that pixel. A red means the letter in that spot cannot contain the pixel. So let's go to the next one. Here's some good examples. Okay, so for example, the O here, we have 3 greens at the top, which means the letter has to contain those 3 pixels. And as you can see, the A contains those 3 pixels. The E, we need to have a pixel in the top left, but none of the rest of the top row. And you can see the L is what the letter is there. So it's pretty interesting. It's just a different way to kind of give clues, I guess. Should be really just different kind of logic, I think. So here's some more examples. So you can look through those if you want on the site. And then there's a plus mode and a pro mode, and we're gonna go to the daily words and just give it a try and see what happens. So let's just do the regular 5 letters. So I think now, knowing that it's only gonna give us the top row initially, I think we wanna guess letters with lots of pixels at the top. Because if you guess like an L, for example, it only has the 1 pixel at the top row, so you're not getting that much information about it. So like E, R, T, I are all good. F is a good one. I think those are good letters to use. Z potentially, but Z is not a great letter, obviously. So what if we did, something like fire, but we could do fired. That's not too bad. D and R are only missing 1 pixel on that top row. F, E, and I. T would be good too, but we could do refit. That would be good. So 4 of our letters have the whole top row, and 1 of them has almost the whole top row. Let's go with refit. Okay, so the second letter needs to have all the top row, which we know is E, I, T, F, J, or Z. You can see right above me there the pixels, by the way, if you need to know how they're drawing them. So that letter has to be a T, F, I, Z, or J. Probably not Z or J, so probably T, F, or I, and it can't be E, obviously, because we have the E there. This one needs to have the 3 in the middle, but not the sides, so it's like an O, or an S, or an A, or a G, something like that. The T at the end is correct. I hadn't even seen that. This one is probably like a U, right? Or an H, or a W, U, H, or W, where we had the I, because we need to have the edges. So Y, W, H, K, O, N, and M, and V. Okay, there's quite a few actually that have that. X. So it could be GHT actually. The pattern on the F fits with the G, the pattern on the I fits with the H. We could do GHT, IGHT, something IGH, and then how about light? Oh, I thought that was gonna be it. Okay, it's really close though. So this is not L, but it has to just have those left 2. So, what other letter only has those? Oh, yeah, okay. I wasn't thinking clearly. So we can have we can have, so it could be like an H or a Y or a W. Could be a W, because we haven't checked for that top right corner yet, because on right, we only did 4 of the pixels. So we know it doesn't have the 3 in the middle at the top, so it's gotta be like, I mean, the only letter that doesn't have any on the right and only on the left is the L. So it's gotta be a W, a Y, a U, an H, X, V, N, M. Ooh, it could be might or white. think either one works. Let's go with might. I think that's a better word. Okay. So, oh, but it's not W either, because we've got 3 and then over on the left, but not the right. Oh, so night. It's an N. There we go, night, okay. Wow, well I thought maybe I had it on the second one, I ended up getting it in 4. So very interesting, a different kind of way to think about it. So, pretty cool. All right, well let's try the plus mode then. 5 letters plus, there we go. I think I'm gonna start with the same thing. I think that's a good way to go about it. Oh, and the plus mode, by the way. Oh, yeah. Okay, so this is different. So the arrows are telling us it's doing the first row or column in the direction of the arrow. I should have looked before I guessed. That wasn't very smart because well, I guess it worked out. Kind of. The T was the bad one there. We should have done like an H or an N or something, because this one is gonna do the first column, the middle 3 are gonna do the rows like normal, and then the one on the right is actually gonna do the far column, and so that only checked 1 pixel. But, okay, here we've got, interesting, that's an interesting pattern there. So which one has those 2 in the, it's gotta be an S, I think. Is there any other letter that's got that pattern? I don't think so. Nope. So that's an S, for sure. These 2 are, you know, E, T, I, F, those letters again. So ST would be good, maybe? ST, E, which one only has the top right pixel? Across the top. Oh no, that's doing the column. Right. It's only coloring the far right column. Yep. So we don't really know anything other than that it has to have that pixel up there. So it can't be like a P or an O or something. But, well, if it's ST, I feel like it almost has to be an E then, or an I. It could be STI. We could do stick. Stick would work. Ooh, okay. So it's not T, it's not E, it's gotta be, and it can't be F. It could be I. So SI. Yeah, I think it's SI, and then that one's at the top, but not the middle. So probably E. I think that's probably E. SIEGE. Siege? There we go. All right, got it. Very nice, quicker than the other one. All right, so now let's go back and we're going to do the Pro version. All right, now in the Pro version, it's just like the Plus. We've got the arrows telling us which direction it's gonna be colored, but it's always only gonna do the 1 row. It's not gonna continue to do other rows subsequently. So we wanna be smart here. Let's be smart, unlike last time. So we can do the same letters in the middle. This one over here, L would be good, H, F, E, something with a full column on the left, but this one we want a full column on the right, or as close as possible, which would be H, N, M, H, N, or M. So let's do H, E, I, no, H. Let's just do hotel. The O isn't perfect, but it's pretty good. Okay, so this one, ooh, okay, so this is really good. We've got that one, the second one down, and so that's an S again, that's an S. This one, we don't know, it's got at least those 3, it could have more. This third letter is, you know, usual E, I, F, something, probably, let's maybe we could do T-I. Could actually be stick. I think we guessed that last time, didn't we? Oh, okay, so it is ST. This one, oh, I see, so it does only one row or column, but it does continue down. I thought it was just gonna keep doing the first one. Okay, so this has the top, but not that, so it's gotta be E or F. It's not gonna be STF, it's gotta be STE, and that one, it's not a C. but it's that pattern, like a C or a G or an O or an S or an A. Steam? Steam would work. The last letter has to be like an N, M, H. Let's go steam. Is it steam? Hey, all right, cool. So the plus and the pro actually got it in fewer guesses. Maybe because I just got lucky or whatever, but anyways, very interesting. Different way of thinking on this puzzle compared to the ones we're used to. So let me know if you've played pixel letters before, if this is typical of the difficulty or easier or harder, and if there's a better strategy than what I was doing. I was just kind of trying to maximize the number of pixels that I was checking, I guess, was my thinking. So yeah, and how you did with today's pixel letters, and be sure to like and subscribe, and I'll see you again soon with some more puzzles.
Part of a water system that flows from right here at Lake Okeechobee in Central Florida out to the Gulf of Mexico. The name Okeechobee.
Okay, so not Africa, but Northeast. Okay, so we're in the Middle East then, probably. Because it is pretty warm. Oh, no, it's not, because the A is at the end. It's gonna be extra. Oh, and oxide, we would have had the X from oxide.